Toby from Heavyweight MMA here today again with Mr. Fighter Jack Jenkins, fresh off a win, leaving his opponent a bloody mess, and ready for the future, bro. How you feeling?
Yeah, feeling really good. Got back still in Vegas. I'm gonna hang out here for another couple of days. I took yesterday just to go check out the PI, and then most of the night last night playing blackjack. But we're all, me and the boys are waking up now and heading back to the PI to do some training. So we're going to use the facilities and keep a bit of a routine. So just in case I do get a chance to go again in December.
Man, that's the thing. It's good that you can soak in a little bit of the environment there, be at the gym, be at the place, man. It's all part of the whole experience, right?
Yeah, for sure. We can. I feel like we don't have to go and train our asses off twice a day and eat healthy and fucking, not enjoy the moment, because that's the last thing I want to do is go straight back to training and not sit here and sort of smell the roses, so to speak, of what I've done so far, and especially with my team to be able to do some fun things with them. So we're just going to go train and try and stay fit, but we're still going to be relaxing and enjoying the win. So yeah, it'll be good.
Well, man, it's just another tick in the box of what you want to achieve, man, and it's in the right direction. You did a great job. You said in the last interview I was listening to that you're being a little bit critical of yourself. Just watch the fight then. When you look at it, man, you destroyed him. And at the same time, MMA, it's good to be versatile, right? You have to adapt your game plan to your opponent. In this case, to be honest, that was probably the perfect game plan for him. It showed that it was a perfect game plan. You completely shut the guy down. So when you look at it from an MMA perspective, it was probably the perfect game plan, a perfect result. When you look at it on the contender, it's a whole different sort of thing, because you want to show off, you want to show all your skills, and you want to, impress the boss so you get the contract. But, you destroyed him and you end up getting the contract anyway. So don't be too harsh on yourself, bro.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I think as soon as Dana said I got that contract, I was like, yeah, all right, I'm sweet. I wasn't super critical of myself anymore after that. It was just up until that point, I'm like, fuck, have I done all this work to get here? And then after that performance, it's gonna slip through my fingers just by, such a small margin. Yeah, but I tell you what, it was pretty sobering as well, getting the shuttle back to the hotel that all the fighters were all staying at, and then walking past some of the guys who lost. I walked past Donovan Beard, who got beaten by Bo Nickel, and he was, he's a really jovial character. He was really good to talk to, but you think, what it would have been like to be on that end of the stick tonight, and it puts it into perspective, and you go, hey, stop being disappointed. You got the contract and you got the win, so you've come here and you did the job you wanted to do.
Yeah, massive high stakes in this sort of scenario, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Actually, you mentioned then in the same interview, the post-fight interview, about it being a pressure cooker. We discussed it before. To be honest, when we talked last time, would I be fair in saying you were just a little bit shook, man? I was actually came out of the interview thinking, is he just a little bit shaken by the experience, or is it just a weight cut? Like, I wasn't too sure. I was thinking about it, but you mentioned yourself that it's been a turbulent ride getting over there. It's a big point in your life, right? It's a big lots of stuff on the line, and a lot of pressure, and it affected your game a little bit, right?
100%. Like you're spot on there. Exactly what you said is that I was probably a little shaken. I wouldn't be exaggerating, Toby, if I said that in the 5 nights before the weigh-ins, I would have slept a combined probably 4 or 5 hours. Like I was getting into bed at 10:30, and then I would just sit there and stare at the roof until 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and then kind of like flutter off to a small, like, fitful sleep until about 6 o'clock or 7, and then I'd be pinging awake again. I had a really good sleep the night after the weigh-ins when I had a full belly and stuff, but I think it was just a combination of jet lag and not like I'd been told by people who have traveled for fights and stuff before, some tips like, hey, you need to go out a bit earlier, but I couldn't because of the visa. I'd been told, take your own pillow because you can't control the bed you sleep in, but if you control your pillow, that's going to help you sleep a bit. And I thought, yeah, whatever, like that doesn't really make sense. Pillow's a pillow. And the pillows here fucked me. Like it was, I lied down in bed and I'm like, I fucking can't get comfortable on this pillow. And then anyone who's ever had trouble sleeping, you're thinking, why the fuck can't I sleep? And then you get angry at yourself that you can't sleep, and it just creates this cycle. But yeah, you're 100% spot on. The schedule, the pressure, the whole thing kind of just threw me a little bit. But to go out there and still perform the way I did and be able to shut down his game and get the win, that's I think the idea of the Contender Series, to find out where the guys are going to be able to handle big pressure moments like the UFC is going to bring. And I had a 10-9, a 10-8, and then a finish in the third round. So if that's your worst day and that's your worst performance, then that's a good backup.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing, man, when you think about it, like being able to get in there after all that pressure, after lack of sleep and everything, and still perform well. You can see in that first round, there's something slightly out with your timing and that with the stand-up, right? But you took it to the ground. Then you see, it seems like the old you coming back in the second, I would say. When you stand up, you start to move in, you look more comfortable with your range and that. Then I think even if it was a stand-up affair, I think you would have come good in the second, right?
Yeah, no doubt. And then, but by the second round, it was I had felt where the grappling was. I just assumed, where I'd probably made the mistake was, I assumed, okay, once I take him down in this round, because if you look at the first round, he goes, all right, he's got me down. I'm just going to play really safe here. And then I'll lose one round. I'll get up in the second or third and I'll go back to my work. But I thought for sure, once he got taken down again and mounted in the second round, he was going to go, all right, I've got to do some work to stand up here. Right. But he still didn't. He did the bare minimum.
In the third round, you thought, in the third round, you showed some mercy and thought, I'm going to give him a break here. I'm going to get my gear off and let him get a breath back. So you just dropped your pants, right?
Don't remind me. There's people in the crowd like whistling and shit. Like fuck. And the ref is like to me, don't take your pants off. Don't take your pants off. And I was like, fuck. Like standing there. Anyway, but I'm never wearing that fucking groin guard again. It snapped. That fucking terrible. It snapped. I'm gonna go back to a
tie guard with the strings on the side, was it?
Yeah, but it was like a version of that, but it was like a new age version with this like elastic strap around the top. Yeah. No good.
Anyway, need to do that one again, bro. Yeah, but another part too, which I was impressed, bro, which is hopefully that a few of us Aussies that have been interviewing you lately and that, bro, have contributed to. I thought you spoke really well afterwards, bro. That interview I was looking at from the perspective of a fan that doesn't know you, speaking really well on that, bro. I think it shows what the future's there for you, bro. You can present yourself really well, and I think you got the potentials of being a big star, bro.
Thank you very much. I always thought that once I had the opportunity to do the media stuff and, be presented with questions in that environment, that I was always going to be able to do well there. So I was actually really excited when they came out the back and they're like, all right, you got your interview with these guys now. I was like, all right, cool, let's go. And like you said, like I've had the chance to practice a lot of these sort of question type interviews with you guys, and just learn how to give answers that are articulate, but, truthful. And, it's just me speaking. It's not trying to put on a sound bite or anything like that, which I think is what people want. They want to hear you say the funny stuff and the outrageous stuff every now and then, but most of the time you just have to say what you're actually thinking. And if it's a soundbite, it is, and if it's not, it's not.
Yeah, one of my Gronk mates was watching with me, and just when you're on the mic afterwards, he goes, "He sounds pretty smart." One of my Gronk Aussie mates over here with me, he was happy with what you're talking to. So there you go. And on that, I just wanted to mention, man, being a supporter of Jack Jenkins, I woke up at 4:30 in the morning and couldn't get back to sleep because I was excited because you were fighting. How funny is that, eh? I was pretty invested in your fight, needless to say, so I couldn't sleep. I got up and went early to the gym and trained, and then I came back and watched your fight. super happy to see you get the win, bro. And I'm sure seeing your mates on the screen all happy, and I'm sure there's a lot of Australians who are watching that are proud and real happy of your performance, bro. So well done, eh?
Thanks very much, Toby. Yeah, I'm wrapped. And like, I said it all the time, and maybe the performance wasn't the way I envisioned I was going to get into the UFC. Like I said from the start, I always knew I was going to get there. And it's just the start. So I came over here and I've got my start now. I'm going to sign my name on the dotted line and go to work from here.
That's it, man. And we're all looking forward to that, to see you in the big league, bro. So can't wait for your first fight. You mentioned that you'd like to have something in December. If something comes to Australia in February, you're also interested. So let's hope in the short term we can see you back in there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Cool. All right, bro. Thanks for your time once again. Thanks for giving us the
thanks,
time. Now you're a big star.
Yeah, I'll always have time for you, Toby. Don't stress whenever you want it.
Cool. Perfect. Thanks, bro.